It's wonderful to see everything grow. And the best thing I seen here was when the little butterflies came out and I got to hold one in my hand. That was the biggest thrill I think I ever had.
But anyway, I enjoy a raised garden. I think that is one of the best things you could have.
It is, and it's one of those things, it's a feel-good thing.
I grew up in Goderich Township at Taylor's Corner.
I grew up in Brucefield there.
Well, I grew up on the 7th line of Morris.
And I grew up in Holland.
My husband and I had a farm out in Goderich Township for a while, so we did garden quite a bit. And I grew strawberries, which are grown in this bed, so I'm very familiar with them. And we enjoyed gardening and watering it too, you know.
That was very important to my father, and he was one that liked to sort of learn new methods through his own ways of gardening. My mother had a garden, and we helped her do stuff in it and worked like any other child or young older people.
So we had a big garden. Mom had a big garden. Same as when we did. This is a weed and that's a vegetable, and you pull the weeds and don't you dare pull the vegetables. And so yeah, we were gardening and milked cows. I milked a little Jersey cow.
No, not really. I just like to have, I don't like being committed, but I'd like to help them here with their gardening, and I'd like to water the flowers. And that is my main goal, was to water the flowers for them and see how we got along for the years.
There's another girl in here, and she's not well right now in Camden. And she was up and walking up until this past year. And she has spent a lot of time out here.
It's wonderful to see everything grow. And the best thing I seen here was when the little butterflies came out and I got to hold one in my hand. That was the biggest thrill I think I ever had. And my son, he's got 2 grandchildren and he got 4. And they watched them go from a pupa to a butterfly, monarch butterfly. I said, they'll never forget that as long as they live. They're just wonderful.
We planted potatoes first. They got planted out in the field, in part of the field, not that far from the house, but a piece from the house. And the day before, the night before, we'd get the potatoes ready, and we cut them that they had 3 eyes in them. You've heard of eyes in the potatoes, and then 2 or 3 could go in each hole. And that was row 1, say, and that was the first row you had, and then you could go to a second row as well.
I had a big freezer, and I did canning. And we sold it. We went sometimes with strawberries from door to door. I don't have to feed them. They were the whole day eating strawberries in between.
That's perfect.
And they said, oh, we can't take anymore. But then they saw a nice big one. Oh, yeah, we still eat this one.
Donation was amazing because with the older people, one thing you never forget is one of the ladies helping us was 8, she'd be 85. And she was in there digging and planting, and she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
She was really good. And that was nice. But it's good to be able to plant, watch them grow. And like I said, you don't need a big area to plant.
We grew our own potatoes and carrots and those kind of vegetables.
Well, we always like to put our hill up our vegetable rows so that the water could be retained in the little tunnel or whatever.
Yes, we didn't have the equipment like we have now, so you did the wading, the spading, and pretty much a lot of it went from hand at that time.
But I think the best time to water your flowers is early in the evening, I understand. Well, if it gets too hot, the water I don't think is going to do that bit of good. It's going to, what would you call them? Evaporate away. Nighttime, it's got enough moisture in the ground, I think, to keep us going till following night and so on.
Well, I would say start early in the spring, especially with lettuce, spinach, onions, peas special. If you do it late in May, you wouldn't have a good crop. If you do it early, then you can expect a good crop.
Well, last year I think they were built sometime. But anyway, I enjoy a raised garden. I think that is one of the best things you could have. Because you don't have to bend over like we did with strawberries, you know.
A little easier on your
That's
back,
right. We used to have straw in between our strawberry rows that you could kneel on, but it's surely easier with a raised bed to planting and watering both, and weeding. too.
But this year's been a good year with these planters that were donated here. Ellie and everything ready in here, planting early and it's warm out here. And flies just starting to fly.
I think that was a wonderful idea to have those raised gardens because you could control them so much better than you could when you planted them in the ground, because sometimes things come up in the ground that you never planted.